Hello everyone, this is a stagnant wine which I took off from my verticillata, and there are more. So from this specimen I will show you guys how to take off wines for your new repot or a new specimen that you want to create, or just to refresh your wine. Which wines should you select? So you have to first of all inspect your whole wine and see where this wine goes and how many wines are there, and if they have produced new growths. And I found out one of my oldest, right, they have some wines which go up, but there's many more that is like stagnant inside this whole wine, which has just bunched up together, right? There's no way that this is not getting any kind of sun or fertilizer, because the whole wine is sprayed by me. So I thought, okay, let's create a new specimen, and this is a very matured wine. Okay, so the hardness of the leaves and the thickness of the wine, right, the thicker it is, the mature your wine would be, right? So just by looking at this, these are obviously mature, right? And I'm seeing this wine also damaged, sunburnt, and not throwing out new wines. But what I'll do is I will leave this because it's on the same stem, right, the stem, mother stem, which I will be taking off this wine, which is this wine, right? Because that cut from here, let me do the cut. I will be taking it off from that very bottom, right, of the start of the vine. So that cut will trigger new growth here or anywhere else, right? It will be more aerated also. So when you have multiple vines starting, do not just find a spot from here and start pruning. Okay, you're gonna end up losing a lot of wine because this whole thing goes all the way. So I'm just trying to avoid the neighbors. And here I have the large grade of lava rock and medium and small grades of lava rock. Let me pot this on this Nutella bucket. Okay, 2.5 kilos Nutella bucket, and I have a drainage hole. This is going to be in the semi-hydro system. 99% of the media would be lava rock. Let me get back after I pot this. This is as much as media I have, right? I have already added the biggest pieces of charcoal at the bottom, because this charcoal would filter the reservoir as much as they can. So this is not enough media, but this is all I have. What I will do is, since I'm adding only 2 wines into this, I will secure them inside and later on add a lot of heavy big pebbles to keep them in until I find more media, right? Unless I buy, I have to recycle from the old media that I have and use some of the lava rock in that. And also I had ample amount of stem to insert this wine into the media. It had around closer to 3 inch of stem, right, empty stem without leaves. But in this I do not have that. So what I would do is I'll try to hold this in, especially when I add big pebble on them, but if it doesn't, you know, to get a good length of stem, as I always tell you guys to safely insert this further into the media, I have to take off these two leaves, but I have repotted a shorter stem than this in a Hoya carrii outer variegated that I got as a free cutting. Right, I'll show you that also, how that is doing. So anything is possible, because all these parts will mature, meaning you know, root out, sorry, not mature. So you can use this if you can keep this stably without being uprooted.